Alright, so in this we got a look at the Toyota Supra, 3 new biomes, which were the rocky coast, the living desert, and the sand desert. We got a look at another race, this time an off-road one. And then of course we got our first look at the full map in Forza Horizon 5. So let's go back to the Supra real quick.
If you want to change your aerodynamics, it's all here.
It's going to be in the game day one, available to every player, and we'll have quite a bit of customization. You can see it going on in the background right now. You kind of got the heritage look, and then we have a new wide body kit that will be available day one as well. So I think that's kind of a great way to give everybody a chance right off the bat to look at the customization options that they're going to have. It seems like they're very committed to it this time around, which I love to see. I mean, this wide body kit looks just very, very sexy. And we have a chassis mounted wing. I did not think I'd see this in Forza Horizon 5. So I'm loving the I can't talk. Also, you may notice some parts that don't have a thumbnail or photo associated with them. That's just a bug in this build, and obviously by the time the game will come out, you will see the appropriate ones there. But as we're looking through the rims here, you can see some ones that are missing. All those ones that are missing the thumbnails are new rims. So we get a little bit of a preview here. So far I am loving the customization we've been seeing in this game, and seriously, I just want it to be frickin' November already. So continuing on, we did get some more gameplay. We obviously have seen the Rocky Coast a little bit before, but we got a bit more of a look at it. Kind of their flagship spot here seems to be the creation of the rock arch from Cabo San Lucas. So I would imagine that's probably going to be like a photo beauty spot or whatever in Forza Horizon 5. But it looks very cool. We'll point it out on the map when we get to that in a minute. But the rocky coast kind of leads as you go north up into the sand desert, which trails into the ocean, and then that leads into the living desert, which they've talked about before and we've seen a little bit of, which it has all kinds of cactuses and plants and animal life. As you continue east from the coast there, you'll head through the deserts and then up to the volcano. We also got a golf course down at the southern part of the coast, and it looks like some giant farm circles. We also drove through what they called the gypsum desert and a little bit of the lava desert, so you can kind of see those on the map as well. Again, I know I'm just pointing out things here. We'll take a full look at the map, I promise. So the gypsum desert is kind of this fine white mineral called gypsum. Which in real life would actually be quite hazardous, but they were saying that's kind of the benefits of video games, is that it's not hazardous for you to drive there in a video game. And then the kind of lava desert area will have all sorts of kind of volcanic boulders and rocks and stuff like that. So just a ton of variety in this map, it sounded like, and I just cannot wait to explore. They also showed us what they called, I think, the Baja Circuit, or reminiscent of a Baja Circuit. Just kind of make it out over the ridge here, and then we can see it on the full map. But it looks like it's going to be kind of a tight, twisty, off-road sort of dirt track area. So that's going to be very cool. I love that type of kind of rallycross-esque type turny racing. And like they've talked a lot about on their previous streams, just the kind of nerdy technical stuff that's gone into making this game so beautiful, about how they've really focused on tire smoke and dust kick-up from your vehicle just to make it feel that much more real. So for example, when you're drifting around and stuff, the hotter your tires are, the more smoke that they will kick up. So it will actually depend kind of on how much you heated up your tires, which is really cool. So I mean, like I said, this game is just sounding super beautiful. And if you missed it, I did do a video on Microsoft Flight Simulator checking out some of the biomes in Mexico. So if that's something you're interested in, I will leave a link in the description down below. But you'll see a closer look at several of the biomes we'll be talking about in the map here. And then, as I stated before, we got some more race gameplay, this time the Mulege town circuit. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Apologies if I butchered it. But again, this is based on a real town in Mexico, and this is kind of an off-road little circuit through the town here. It looks really cool, like some bit of elevation change and everything. I really think the amount of elevation change in this game is just going to really help diversify, make the map feel that much bigger and more vibrant. And in the previous race that we got, they confirmed that that was going to be one of the festivals that was the on-road festival. And now we got confirmation of yet another festival. This is the Horizon Wilds Festival. It will be the kind of off-road cross-country racing, and it's going to be based in the southern part of the living desert. So far we have the main festival, and then these two kind of themed festivals that we know about. and they confirmed that there will be a total of 6 festivals. The other thing I wanted to mention is they talked again about the murals, if you remember from the original E3 gameplay demo that we got, where they showed the mural that was hidden in the town over on the tropical coast. They also mentioned that there will be a mural hidden in this town here. Again, I don't want to try to pronounce it because I think I'm going to get it wrong, but that definitely makes it seem like hunting down murals are definitely going to be one of the main collectibles, or at least one of the type of collectibles you can search for. And they also confirmed that there will be a player home in this town, so I'm not sure if they confirmed player houses already, but there it is. If they haven't yet, got confirmation that there are going to be player homes yet again. And they also confirmed that there is going to be a train running through the canyon. So again, if you missed it, canyon is one of the biomes we're going to have in the game here. And I gotta give another shout out to my Microsoft Flight Simulator video, because we fly right through Copper Canyon, which you can see as we pull up the map here is literally the canyon that they modeled after in the game. So you're welcome, I called that. But let's zoom back out here and take a look at the map. So this map is 1.5 times bigger than the Forza Horizon 4 map, which means it's 50% bigger. And the one thing that stands out to me initially looking at the map here is how big that volcano is. I mean, I knew it was going to be big. I've talked about it before on the channel that it was going to surprise a lot of people, I think, when the game comes out with how big it is. But if you just look at that ring road around the volcano, and if you flop that onto the Horizon 4 map, I'm pretty sure it would take up like at least a third, if not close to half of the Forza Horizon 4 map, just that volcano. So that's going to be just fantastic. You can see the 2 different switchback roads we have going up the volcano. So the one on the east side there is the tarmac road, and then on the west is going to be the dirt road, and each side will have a drift zone on it. And then of course there's going to be like 100 different ways to jump off of the volcano as well. Heading down from the volcano, we can see the dirt racetrack we were talking about before that we got a brief glimpse at during the gameplay. And then next to that, the gypsum desert, and then that leading into the sandy desert, which leads to the coast. Then down to the south, we can see kind of the more of the rocky coast and the golf course, and the living desert to the south of the volcano. And of course, the longest highway ever, and you really can see it's basically one corner of the map to the other. That seems like it was on just about everybody's wish list, and we've gotten confirmation that it was going to be the biggest, but it's good to finally see it and get that visual confirmation. There's also going to be several drag strips, one that will be in the main festival site around the airfield, and then looks like we're going to also have another airport down here in the southern corner. There's another drag strip through some temples up here, and then maybe potentially some off-road ones. So plenty of opportunities for drag racing. We have the giant stadium you can see right in the center of the map, this big circle here, which we got a glimpse of in the event lab gameplay from the E3 announcement. So you'll be able to go in and it'll be a big open space to kind of create your arena or race or whatever you want to do in there. I feel like it'll be especially good for Horizon games. Then north of there, of course, we have Guanajuato, the main city in the game. Again, I have another video taking a look at Guanajuato in Ken Block's Gymkhana 10. It's a great look at all of the tunnels and aqueducts and stuff that run underneath and through the city, and you can see some of the elevation changes. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. Then, of course, as I mentioned, Copper Canyon, which is basically the Grand Canyon of Mexico, and you can see that in my Microsoft Flight Simulator video as well, but that's at the north end of the map here. And then we have the tropical coast on the eastern side of the map, which leads into the swamp and then the jungle. Obviously, we got our farmland in the middle. We've got some rivers with some beautiful waterfalls down to the south. Just tons of variety. I mean, the more I look at this, the more I just can't wait to get lost in this map. There's just going to be hours and hours of just exploring, and I cannot wait. Also, cannot forget about all of the awesome ruins and temples we're going to have in the game here. There's Tullum on the coast. We have Ekbalam, which I think we saw in one of the streams. I mean, they're all over the map. So that's going to be very cool. I mean, I feel like if you apply that to anything I've said after this video, that it's very cool. Hopefully I'm not being too repetitive with how cool this sounds, but that's the problem when you have a game that looks as good as Forza Horizon 5 is looking, is that I say it looks cool a lot. So, lots of information to digest here, but I am more hyped than ever for this game now. I mean, there are just so many little details too that I don't want to get bogged down into, because it would just make this video way too long. But that just shows you how much there's going to be to look at and explore when this game comes out.